What's going on, guys? It's your boy DMD, and today I'm bringing you guys just a real quick video on pure Eldlich or Dogmatica Eldlich without the Dogmatica monsters. So I've been testing this list online just as more of a fun strat because this deck isn't really that competitive. It can't stand up to things like Infernoble and Dragon Link, although Infernoble is pretty much gone from the format now without Link Cross, whereas Dragon Link and Dinosaur and Zoo are pretty much going to be like the top tier, best of the best into this coming format. Eldritch has just kind of fallen off in favor, but that being said, I've been playing testing this deck just because I wanted to play something really trap heavy, and this kind of just suits my fancy. So let's just go ahead and get into the list real quick. I'm going to cover the list first and then kind of talk about some things afterwards. So to start us off, we've got three of the Golden Boy himself, Eldlich the Golden Lord, self-explanatory, three Ash Blossom, three copies of Pot of Extravagance, three black elixir and one white elixir, three copies of Cursed Eldland, three Scarlet Sanguine, three Conch, two Hakero, one copy of Golden Land Forever, three Dogmatica Punishment, three Ice Dragon's Prison, three Solemn Strike, one Skill Drain, three copies of Infinite Impermanence, and three copies of There Can Be Only One. For the extra board, we've got, for the extra deck, excuse me, three Inst, one Omega, two Pleiades, one Gustav Max, one Juggernaut Lieb, one rank 5 that how do you pronounce this thing? Gangaradi, bruh, how do you even say that? But anyway, uh, then one copy of the BLS link, one access code talker, one Phoenix, one Unicorn, and one Link Spider to use the Eldritch traps to go into it. For the sideboard, we've got three copies of Cyframe Gear Gamma, one driver, three Forbidden Droplets that I definitely don't have in real life, three copies of Evenly Matched, three Solemn Judgment, and two copies of Summon Limit in case we go first. So that pretty much wraps up the list. Now I kind of wanted to talk, as I alluded to, a little bit in depth about this list. As you could probably tell, this is a very, very, very heavy control version of the deck. I'm not playing any of the Dogmatica cards outside of Punishment just because I didn't feel like they were necessary, although I'm sure at some point I'll wish they were in here. But I just wanted to test a pure version because I like the idea of control the board using cards like There Can Be Only One and Skill Drain as floodgates to just kind of make sure your opponent can't play the game. That and combine with Dogmatica Punishment to pop two cards combined with Inst, and then Conquistador and Solemn Strike, and you can start to see a very, very, really oppressive deck with all the draw power it needs through things like Pot of Extravagance. So you can kind of already understand how this deck can really, really pack a punch. Although it is one of the slower decks in the format, it's not top tier because it's kind of really, really slow. But I would say it's the very high end of tier 2 just because it does wield a lot of power. I know some people might be confused as to why I'm not playing more of the Dogmatica cards like Fleur de Lis and Ecclesia to search out the punishment, but I just opted to go with as pure of an Eldritch build as I possibly could, just because I wanted the level of consistency to be there, and I felt like taking the Dogmatica cards into the list, putting the Dogmatica cards into the list would lower my ability to put really, really strong floodgates into the deck, which is what I really wanted to do. So that being said, I did not opt to play the Dogmatica cards for that reason. All of that being said, now that we got the deck profile portion of the video out of the way, I wanted to take a little bit of time to show you guys a replay of just pure Eldlich in action. So I believe I play a game against Shadal Eldlich. So this turns into quite the bit of the grind game. And it's really fun, honestly. I had a lot of fun playing the match, and that's one thing I must say about this deck. It's kind of like unironically fun to play. That being said, I wanted to get into a quick replay. Now, don't let the replay that I just showed you guys fool you. It's definitely not the best deck of the format by far, but I think pure Eldlich has a good chance to compete within the format, but it's definitely not tier 1 right now, I don't think. Now, the Dogmatica invoked Eldlich list or the Shadal invoked Eldlich list, whatever you throw in to this deck that's making it not pure, that's probably better than just playing the pure Eldritch cards with a bunch of traps and the 3 punishment. This definitely isn't the best deck of the format, but it's very fun and it has a lot of flexibility. The fact that you don't necessarily rely on your extra deck means that you can basically use the effects of Pot of Extravagance to dig deeper into your deck and to get your Cursed Eldlands and your Scarlet Sanguines, and utilizing Dogmatica Punishment is like a double pop on top of Conquistador. So you've got like 3 pops within a single turn, and then you've got things like Ice Dragon's Prison and Solemn Strike and Skill Drain, and there can be only one to just floodgate your opponent out of the game, no matter what they try to do. So overall, what you end up with is a very strong trap deck that does have the ability to break boards with Golden Boy because he is so big, and that he has his hand effect to just send something to grave without even having to bat so much as an eyelash. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video today, and if you would like to give me any comments or suggestions, please leave them down in the comments section below. I'm absolutely open to any ideas. I'm sure this is not the most optimized list, but that being said, I'm definitely open to suggestions, comments, concerns, questions, whatever you may have. But anyway, guys, I hope you are having a COVID-free weekend. Hopefully this will all be over soon. I know I say that like every video, but we have a vaccine now, so hopefully soon before long we will have a vaccine in everyone's arms so we can start actually living again. But anyway, guys, it's me, it's that DMD, and your boy is out. You're my